Racing tips and news. Jumps race prize money overtakes flat at JCR tracks. The Jockey Club said on Monday that prize money for jumps racing at its racecourses in 2017 will exceed that on offer for its flat program for the first time in its history, but insisted that the decision to put an extra £1.4 million into its National Hunt Prize Fund predates its controversial announcement that Kempton Park, the home of the King George VI chase, could be sold for housing. Jockey Club Racecourses has increased its contribution to prize money every year since 2009, and the total on offer across the group's 15 tracks in 2017 is expected to exceed £45 million. Its announcement on Monday promises extra funding at all levels of the sport, but JCR's 7 smaller tracks, including the jumps-only venues at Huntingdon, Rasen, and Exeter, will all receive at least £100,000 extra in their prize funds. JCR's direct contribution of £22.9 million to prizes represents the first installment of what it claims will be an investment of at least £500 million in British racing over the next 10 years if its plan to bulldoze Kempton Park to construct 3,000 new homes is approved. However, it also highlights the fact that as much as half of its promised investment, which headlined the announcement of its controversial plans for Kempton, is money that would have been invested in prizes as part of its normal operations. Monday's announcement still represents a welcome respite from the backlash against JCR's plans for Kempton, however, just days after it issued a sharp rebuttal of a newspaper report that it was already considering a watered-down version of the scheme to allow racing at the track to continue. The 10 years we were talking about, in January, is starting, and it's a step in that direction, Scott Bowers, Director of Communications for Jockey Club Racecourses, said on Monday. If the Kempton development were to happen in the future, then the approximation is in excess of £250 million going to prize money, but, if the £500 million turned out to be £600 million, then you'd be looking at more like £300 million. It's only a step in the right direction, and the sport still needs far more prize money, but it's the maximum we can afford at the moment. It's the first time that our prize money for jumps, £11.6 million, has gone past the flat, £11.3 million, but that depends on the nature of the program, so it's not quite as black and white as it seems. To be categoric, the makeup of our program was clear from the back end of last year, and Kempton was not a factor at all in any of the numbers. They are exactly what they would have been if this had been finalized in December. Kempton will stage one of its most prestigious cards of the season on Saturday, when a valuable program will include 2 Grade 2 hurdles events, the Adonis Juvenile Hurdle and the Dovecote Novice Hurdle, and the valuable Bet Bright Handicap Chase over 3 miles. T for 2, whose only defeat in 4 starts at Kempton Park came behind Thistlecrack in the King George VI chase on Boxing Day, heads the weights for Saturday's handicap with 11 st £12 and is also at the front of the betting at 6-1. Double Shuffle, who took a handicap over course and distance on 27th of December by 3.5 lengths, is next in the betting at 8-1 alongside Paul Nichols's Irish Saint, who has 3 course victories to his name but would be attempting to win over 3 miles for the first time. Horse racing tips. Southwell 2.10 Bow selected 2.40 Elegantly Bound 3.10 Custard the Dragon, and B, 3.40 Captain Lars 4.10 Wimbledsley 4.40 My Renaissance Taunton 2.20 Beautiful People 2.50 Master Burbage 3.20 Verdana Blue 3.50 Towering 4.20 Top Tug, Nat 4.50 Monsieur Gibraltar 5.20 If the Cap Fits Weatherby 2.00 Call Rules 2.30 Top and Drop 3.00 Jerry's Back 3.30 Unzing 4.00 The Game is Afoot 4.30 Susie's Music 5.00 Questionation